welcome to Beauty on a Budget, and today it's the KiKi Mineral Powder Foundation. Now I'm going to put a photograph of it up here so that you can see, which is much better than me dodging it in now. You'll be able to see it when I put it on anyway. But what do I think of it? Now let's give you a close up now it's on and I've got my makeup on. I like it. I like it a lot. I've tried only 2 other mineral foundations, I've got to be honest. I've tried Bare Minerals, which is amazing and I love it, and I did use that for quite some time. Also I used for quite some time L'Oreal's Balance and Brighten. That's a baked foundation, isn't it? But it gives that similar kind of effect. And I really like it. You guys know me, I avoid powder like the plague because I put setting powder on and then I quickly mist it, you know, with setting spray so I don't get that powdered look. I just really don't like that powdered look. But this hasn't got that at all. It's got a lovely sheen to it. And I'm really, really pleased with it. So let's see how I put it on. I'll do that now. Okay. So I prep my skin slightly differently, very slightly differently when I use a mineral powder foundation. On your morning skincare, always make sure that it's completely absorbed into the skin before you put your mineral powder on. So your oils, whatever you use in the morning, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, your sunscreen, make sure it's all well prepped into the skin, well into the skin and absorbed. If I was wearing a cream foundation or a liquid foundation, I'd put the foundation on first and then see if the concealer works after. That's the way I would usually do it. If you're wearing a powder foundation, mineral powder foundation, I would put your, first and foremost, put a primer on. With the powder foundation, any powder foundation, I would definitely say use a primer first. I've got the Maybelline Baby Skin, I've got others, but this seems to be one I turn to a lot. I like this one. So I put that on first. With concealer, as I say, first, before the powder. So I've got my concealer on under here, I've got some on the lid of my eyes, where I would always normally put concealer, a little bit around here. Places I would normally put concealer. So you put that on first. Now, mineral foundation. Let's have a look at this one. So this is the KiKi one, as I've shown you. I don't know if I'm completely happy with this kind of application. You haven't got a lid. What I normally do, if it's Bare Minerals, which I've used quite a few times and I love, I put a little bit in the lid. If it's L'Oreal's Balance and Brighten, well, of course, that's a block. So that's a baked foundation. So you don't need to do that. You just roll your brush over the top. But with this one, because of this, obviously you can't put it in the lid. So what I do is I just carefully put a little bit out like this on my arm. Just gradually put a little bit out. So just a little bit. You don't need a lot. And then for this, I'm using this Real Techniques brush. I think it's kind of buffing brush, but I'm not sure what this one's called, but I like this brush a lot. I like Real Techniques, full stop. So you roll that round in that little bit of foundation. Make sure it's all well into the brush. So it's really absorbed into the brush. You know, it's not just sitting on top, well into the brush. And then we start buffering. You can use a little or you can use a lot, but whatever, you know, different layers, but gradually. As with anything really, I'm just tapping a bit more out, but use it gradually. Now you can see already that that's not like a powder on my face. It literally feels like it's gone down to a fine cream, you know. It doesn't feel on your face like you've got powder, because to be honest, I don't like that feeling. More because I'm doing a tiny little bit at a time. And I'll go around where we want it, under the eye, a little bit under the eyes. Always put, well, for me, I always wait till the brush is practically empty. I never put the first lot of powder on or any of the powder on and then go straight under my eyes. Do my face first and then just kind of work a little bit like that. Now the key is, with this mineral foundation, powder mineral foundation, is the buffing. It stops it looking powdery. It gives it that natural glow. Now when I've finished that and I feel I've got enough on, I get a much bigger brush like this, soft big brush like this, nice soft one, and I go over the top of that. Don't push too hard. Now can you see that I've already got that sheen? It's not sheen, it's not oily, it's just got a smooth look there. It doesn't look powdery at all. Make sure you well buff that in. Okay, for me that's enough. That's how I would use it. It's quick, it's clean, no need for blenders or brushes, you know, foundation brushes. Let me see if I can come up a little closer for you. I think that is just nice. It's a nice coverage. It's a natural coverage. I'll do it a little bit more on the end of my nose. Buff that in. There. So what do you think of that, guys? Come up close. What do you think of that? You see, it's not got... It doesn't look that kind of flat look. I really like it because it's really natural. You see better when I've got all my makeup on. I'm really pleased with this one. So that's the KiKi Mineral Powder Foundation. I'm going to attempt to try a few more because I've always been a little bit nervous of powder foundations, but I'm going to try some more. So that's the KiKi one. It's going to get the rest of my makeup on and I'll be back. Okay, so what did you think? It's nice, isn't it? I'm pleased with this one. I'm always frightened because I'm, you know, that much older that I'm frightened it'll go into lines, but it hasn't at all. It hasn't done that at all. I'm really pleased with the finish of it. I think it's something you could wear all year round. I would have always thought, no, not a powder foundation in the winter, you know, because the central heating and drying of your skin. But no, this is not going to be a problem at all. I want to try different ones. I'm really happy with the KiKi one. As I said, I've tried Bare Minerals and I've tried Laura Geller's Balance and Brighten for a powder foundation. I want to try others. And see what I can find, you know, for you guys. But certainly, this is one, it's not too expensive. I think it was about £10. So it's not too expensive. Mineral foundations last quite a while. If it's got one thing I'm not completely happy with, it's that big sort of stamper lid. I would rather have the lid that I could just put a little bit into and, you know, wind it round and round like you do with Bare Minerals. But I'm still very happy with it. Overall, I give it 9 out of 10. And the point down is only because of that patter brush thing. So I'm very happy with that. So, Hope you enjoyed that, guys. I said that every time, don't I? I really hope you do enjoy it every time. That's why I say it. Hope you have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you again on Tuesday, and you take care of yourselves. And I love you all.